Good afternoon and welcome once again to Paul Sherry Conversion Vans. My name is Justin Smith and I'm going to do a demonstration on a brand new arrival here today. What we're looking at is a 2012 Chevrolet Express. Now this conversion van is a 3/4 ton built on a 155-inch wheelbase. The upfitter on this particular van is Explorer. So you know about Explorer's quality, and they didn't mess out on this one either. Starting off on the front of this van, we do have a premium mesh grille along with the Chevrolet logo. Real nice full body paint on this conversion van. Raised roof, doors, door handles, running boards, everything's painted. And one thing that I want to point out is there's no noticeable door dings anywhere around on this van. Paint is flawless all the way around this van as well. So are the wheels on this van. Now the wheels that we're looking at on this 3/4 ton are a 16-inch wheel. One thing I want to key in on is the 16-inch wheel gives you the best ride out of any wheel available on a conversion van. So it's a really nice package here on this 9-passenger. Now moving along down the side, we do have an exposed running board. Now one thing I want to point out is in all the 155-inch wheelbase vans, any 9-passenger 3/4 ton you're looking at is only going to have doors on the curb side of the van. So that's why the running board looks a little different on this side of the van. Moving on to the back of this 2012 Explorer 9-passenger conversion van, I want to talk about everything that comes in the back of the van. And first I'm going to talk about the electronics in this van. It does come with a 26-inch LED high-def television, and it's also equipped with a Blu-ray player as well. Now while you're watching a movie in the back of this van, you got a couple different options for the sound. Now this van does come with a rear surround sound system with the speakers located directly in the ceiling. Now one thing you'll notice on this console is there's a TV speaker switch, and what that does, if you hit that switch, that's going to flip the surround to the headphones. Now this van comes with 4 wireless headphones, so that will help mom and dad concentrate while you're watching Jurassic Park in the back of this van. Now this console also does come with auxiliary inputs. Now those inputs are good for any gaming system, so you can connect any video game system and play this while in motion going down the road. That's a really sweet feature I'm sure the kids are going to appreciate. Now this van does have a rear heat and air system, and it has its own controls, and those are also located right here on this console. So that makes it really nice for any passenger to be able to adjust the climate to their likings without mom and dad having to do it, whoever's driving the van. Now as far as storage and privacy in the back of the van, I want to talk about those two things. Now this van does come with privacy glass all the way around, and also gives you the added addition of privacy with these blinds that are located on every window in the back of this van. Really nice feature to have. Now as far as the storage goes in this van is outfitted with 5 overhead storage compartments, and they're located right here, as you can see. Now all these are lit storage compartments and do have a safety cargo net to safely secure anything you might have in there. Now moving on to the seats in these vans, the 9-passenger van comes with 4 captain's chairs in the rear, and this does have a rear sofa that seats 3. Now the captain's chairs in this van are all on a quick release pedestal. They weigh about 45 pounds, so they're very easy to take in and out of the van. They do have armrests on both sides, and they are fully reclinable. They are very comfortable, and I promise you won't have a problem finding a sweet spot in the back of this van. Now moving on to the rear sofa, that is a 2-piece power rear sofa. So what that means is you have the capability to fold that sofa completely flat, and it gives you the option to take a nap or lay down, catch some rest while you might be on a trip. Really nice feature to have. And that pretty much wraps up the back of this 2012 Explorer 9-passenger conversion van. Okay, moving along to the front of the van. Won't take too much time here, but I want to go over the basics that come with this van up front. Now this van does have power windows, does have power mirrors. They are heated power mirrors. It does come equipped with a keyless entry system, and on the key fobs on this particular van, it does have the remote start button, which is a factory GM remote start. Now moving over to the dashboard, going to go over everything located here on the dash. We have a fully leather wrapped wheel with steering wheel controls, and the steering wheel controls on the left, those are to operate your cruise control, and the ones located here on the right are to operate your radio. Now moving on to the radio, it is an FM, AM, CD player, and it does have an auxiliary input right here. And that will give you the capability to hook any iPod or MP3 or cell phone player to that radio to be able to listen to music on your phone or your iPod or what have you. As I mentioned earlier, this van does come with a tow package. Here's the tow haul button located to the left of the radio. Now what that's going to do is change your shift points and make this vehicle operate more efficiently under load. Now the buttons that you see located underneath the radio, first is the traction control button. There is an option to be able to turn that off. And if you have any questions again on the traction control and StabiliTrak, or why you might want to turn that off, feel free to give me a call and I can go over that in better detail. And the buttons that you're going to notice to the right are for your OnStar. Now that is a subscription service only. Very nice to have, and GM has a couple different pay plans with basic coverage all the way up to their platinum. And if you have any questions on that, feel free to give me a call and I can go over that as well. Now as far as the charging ports go in the front of this van, there are 2 DC ports and there is 1 USB port. So that's a really nice feature. You've got multiple ways to charge any device. Now, as I mentioned, that this van does have rear heat and rear AC. The controls for the front are located right here above the radio, and you can also control the back from the front, and those switches are located right here above the rear view mirror. Now back to this center console, which is located in between the 2 front seats. I want to demonstrate that this is a cooler, and the lid removes, and it does have 2 cup holders built in on top of the cooler. So that's a really nice feature, and that's located in the console between the 2 front seats. Now speaking of seats, these are power seats on both sides. It does have an 8-way power pedestal with a manual recline. Again, my name is Justin Smith, and I want to thank you for joining us today at Paul Sherry Conversion Vans. I hope you enjoyed this video that we did on this brand new arrival here to the dealership, this 2012 Chevrolet Express 3/4 ton 9-passenger conversion van. Now if you have any questions on this particular van or any van that you might have seen on our webpage, feel free to give me a call. I'm always around to answer anybody's questions. And if you're in the market for a conversion van and want to make sure you don't miss out on the next great deal here at Paul Sherry's, subscribe to my YouTube channel and that'll ensure that you don't miss out. Thanks again.